Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by. So today we'll be doing another book review, and this is entitled Verity by Colleen Hoover. I'm going to give you some information from Goodreads.com, and then we're going to go from there. So this is rated 4.38 out of 5 stars. And it says here, Loan Ashley is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Loan to complete the remaining books in a successful series. His injured wife is unable to finish. Loan arrives at the Crawford home, ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What Loan doesn't expect to uncover is the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of what really happened to the day her daughter died. Loan decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents would devastate the already grieving father. But as Loan's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognizes all the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue to love her. Published back in October 5, 2021. Genres belong to thriller, romance, mystery, fiction, mystery, thriller, contemporary suspense, adult, dark, audiobook. First published back in December 7, 2018, and recently published again on 2021. Okay, so sorry about that. So I've had this book, I would say probably, I would say about maybe a few weeks to maybe the most is a month before I started reading this book. This is how I purchase books, or I acquire books, is what I'm saying. If I finish a book and really, really love it, I'll go see what would be recommended because I love this book, and that can go into a dark hole. I either stop there or I go more and more and more, and it becomes a disease. So what I mean by that, like for example, if I got this book 3 months ago, it could have just been sitting in a folder and it wasn't transferred to my tablet until probably a week or two or a month later. Because usually I like to condense everything and wait for it to get all together and organize everything because I like it in a specific way. And then I'm going to copy it on my tablet. So that's basically what I mean. So I could have gotten this a few months ago and then maybe organized it a month ago. Who knows? So anyway, for whatever reason, I've tried to open the book and I never read like a word. And I did that for every 3 to 4 books. I would say I didn't really start reading the first word until the 3rd time I opened it. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I just wasn't really, I don't know. It was just like, something was always grabbing my attention. So I just didn't really read it. And this is what I'm going to recommend. Please don't read this book if you're on your way to bed and you want to be having a really good night, like peaceful, deep sleep. Don't read this book. Read this book on a situation where the next day, start reading it on your first break in the morning. The next day, you have really nothing committed or serious that you need to invest in, like attention-wise, because this book will actually suck your life out. It will just command your time, your attention, and your soul. So the previous books that I've read from Colleen Hoover were young adult and romance, and they were still pretty gritty at some point, but not like this. This is just, it was so hard to put it down. Like I was so happy that my son just wanted at some point to play on certain toys that he could play by himself and I don't have to be included, because I was so engrossed with this book. it's just so, I don't know, soul sucking. Is that what it is? Because I feel like I'm still walking around kind of like an empty shell after reading this book. I finished this late last night, and I finished this like I remember because I was like shocked. I was shell shocked, and then I looked at my phone, and it was 12:01. I just remember that, and I'm like, oh my god! Like I devoured this book in a day. One day, I started reading it during the day, and of course, a lot of things happened, so I couldn't continue reading it. And then I had 4.5 hours, and I just completely devoted it with this book. Yeah, must have been maybe less than that, but I would say 3 to 4 hours. Just wow. I couldn't put it down. It just of course, you take a break from time to time, but I couldn't get my mind to focus on anything else. And of course, the end is just, I feel like I was stabbed in the gut. And I was so shocked, I couldn't even gasp out loud. I was just, like, sound couldn't even come out because I was just in utter shock. And so terrified. Just, what just happened? And yes, I recommend it. It is so amazing. Yeah. Yeah. What I do remember was when I started to read the book, I just remember, Colleen Hoover. I've read a few of her books so far, now, and they seem to be good. I did not expect it to be like this gripping. Her writing is incredibly, crazily amazing, but this was just one of those, like, oh my god. I had to take, and this is why I was just saying, like, I had to take a few breaks, because there were times when I was just so utterly disgusted in the characters, or one of the characters, and I'm like, oh my god, why? But the way it's written is just so beautiful. Like, yeah, I needed to take a break because it was so dark and morbid, but it's like someone with an addiction that it's wrong, it's dark and dirty, but you still want more. And it felt like that. It just felt like that, but it just, I'm reliving it now. I was so depleted, and that's why I said, like, this book will suck your soul out. I just feel so depleted by it. I felt like I was a zombie walking in my room, like, as a zombie, like, just, oh my god, stunned, beautifully stunned. I would give this a 10 out of 5 stars, a 2 thumbs up. Amazing. And I got so obsessed with it, but I didn't want to get overly obsessive, so I didn't really look for other books last night, but I did look for them today for what could be the next book I can read or just get. I did find a few that I would like, but I haven't started any of them because I haven't organized them. But anyway, yes, that's my rating. If you've read this book, you totally love it. What other books do you believe that I would enjoy? Because I really, really love this book. Please recommend them below. Please, 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 please. Because I really want to read more books that are similar to this. And how did you feel about this book? Because, the ending of it, I have so many freaking questions. And I think that's the point of that, was to just swirl my brain into mush. Because there is no, I don't want to have a spoiler, but I feel like there is no good person in the story in the end. And I don't really know, like, Verity, oof. Yeah, I don't really, okay, this is a little bit of spoilers. So if you are wanting to read this, you have to stop just here and don't go for it. And I did give you a warning. So I'm not really sure if I believe Verity's version of events in the end. If you've read this, I think you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if I do believe it because of certain things as to what happened. And if it was real, why did Jeremy believe so much that she did do certain things that she shouldn't have done? Like, that to me was just, I think the final info, I'll just say that, info from Verity, I find it very, very questionable, but I do find it also credible. But I'm also wondering, like, if that was real and it wasn't to her advantage, oh, let's pick that word, then why did Jeremy believe, I mean, why did Jeremy react the way he reacted? And what do you think about, I feel like, oh my God, it is so difficult. Like, I feel for Lowen and for Jeremy, but like, Lowen is in between a rock and a hard place in the end. And I feel like there should be a little bit more after, because it was so cut short in the end that I feel like she didn't really have enough time to process everything. Oh my God, this book drives me crazy, I swear. So anyway, thank you everyone for all the love and support. If I don't stop this, I'm going to talk about it for 2 hours. And I don't think anybody's going to be interested in that. Thank you for the love and support and the wonderful supportive words. I love you, everybody who is supportive of me. I love you guys back. And if you have, again, please have recommendations on this that's similar to this particular book, because I really, really love this book. Like, it has consumed me, and I need something to transfer that feeling to something else. So please have your recommendations below. If you want to talk about it privately or in the comment section below, that's cool too. Either way, you can always reach out, privately. All my info is in the description section. Don't forget about that, and also where you can get this if you don't have it yet. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, everybody. Keep smiling, stay positive, stay healthy, be safe, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.